Hi YouTube! Welcome back to part 3 of the hydraulic conversion for my cat excavator. All the parts are now ready for paint, and it's raining outside today, and I was thinking I'll just set up a umbrella or something to paint underneath. I put some clamps on there. First I have inserted a 5mm screw, and then I just put some clamps on them so I can set them like this when I paint them. So let's just set up the umbrella and get outside and paint this. There we go. So as you can see, I don't do much prep work on these. Since I got the bamboo printers, I barely do any prep work at all anymore. It all depends on the prints and how you orient them. You can see right here that you got some layer lines, but down there on the boom I don't care much about it. So we're ready to paint, and hopefully this wind doesn't pull my umbrella too much. So the wind is pulling a little rain on here, so that's bad. I might have to move this box to the other side. So I'm back inside, and all the parts had some layers of paint on them. I'm not very happy with the results, but it is what it is. I mean, the wind picked up and the rain came in sideways, so I got a little raindrops in the paint. Here you can see the raindrops, but that's okay. They're pretty small. And I'm going to let the yellow paint sit for a while, maybe 1 or 2 hours. I also had this miscoloring because of the cold outside. Hopefully the miscoloring will disappear when I put on the clear coat. I'm putting 2 or 3 layers of clear coat. I just have to let this paint dry first, so I'm giving it 1 or 2 hours. And that is the same with the black paint. You can see it started to miscolor and it became gray. Hopefully this will disappear when I put on the clear coat on them as well. So here I am applying clear coat to all the parts, and it turns out that the clear coat removed or repaired the miscoloring of all the other parts, which is great. So I'll spray paint these now and let them dry over a couple of hours. So all the parts are now drying up. I put them in a warm room because I think that the cold is causing the miscoloration that I had. Here you can see the cylinders. They are now black again and not gray. So I'm going to let these dry up now, and we can begin assembling them afterwards. So the paint has now dried up, and I'm able to begin building the hydraulic arms. Now I was thinking I should just begin putting the boom on the boom mount and then put the entire boom assembly on the chassis and then go from there. I got ahead of myself a little there, because this one is actually going to be mounted up inside here. So I'll unscrew this and put this one in there. So the main boom with its cylinders and cylinder mount is now ready to be mounted onto the chassis. And I gotta say that this thing in the middle here, that's a divider, or I don't know what you call it, but 2 lines of hydraulic fluid come in here and they get divided into 4 so that you can run 2 cylinders on one channel, if that makes sense. So the main boom is now mounted to the chassis, and the new boom mounts fit perfectly. So up next, I think I'll just put the overcarriage onto the undercarriage to join them together, and then we can begin mounting up the stick and the bucket. So here we have the stick mounted up. It was a little tedious to get the washers inside here, but I was able to press them in eventually. So now we can put on the cylinder up top here, and I probably have to print some spacers for it. So let's put the cylinder here now and measure out how thick the spacers need to be. So the stick cylinder is now mounted up, and it has no slop at all in the mounts. So next we will begin mounting on the bucket and the bucket cylinder. So we have the bucket cylinder here, and I'm putting the nipples on it now. Now on this cylinder we will be mounting this thing. So let's mount up the cylinder, and I have to space this one out as well, I guess. So the arms and bucket is now connected to the excavator. And all the hydraulic rams are also mounted up. Now all there is left is actually to install the hydraulic system and put on all the hydraulic lines. And then we are finished with this machine. So I personally think this looks great. It looks it looks better than I expected. I'm glad I went with the yellow bucket. I really like how that turned out. So what do you think about this hydraulic conversion so far? Please tell me in the comments down below. Well guys, I think that this build is coming along pretty nicely, and yeah. Unfortunately, I ran out of time today. It's now 2 a.m. and I got to go to bed. But today I got a lot done. We did a painting and we did the assembly of the arms, and yeah. Now I hope to get more time tomorrow so that I can assemble the hydraulics and get this thing operational, and we can go outside and test it, because almost all the snow is gone. I mean, it took like 1 day and the snow was gone. I mean, how that shouldn't be possible. I mean, it went from -5 degrees Celsius to +10 in 1 day. So the snow is gone, and good news, we can test the excavator. But I got to go to bed now. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.